Good evening. You're welcome, my people. You're welcome. So, this evening, I want to continue, if I may say. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me once again on this live broadcast. So, in my last video, I was talking about, how Nigeria can be good. And, I gave some instances of all the things that are not going well, honestly. And we are looking at how can the country be good. Like one of our sister, our follower here, my fan here, she said, keep in mind that nobody is called Nigeria. It is the people that make up Nigeria. You understand? And the people, including those in power, those in government, that are supposed to fix the things that are not working, that are supposed to make the rule, but they are so corrupt. And they are corrupt because the corruption is coming right from the home, through the communities, through all the corners of the country. And it doesn't matter where they get into, they have already come with a culture of corruption. So I posted a video from Ijele's last broadcast, where that man was giving complete and very clear example of what has happened with this young man that we are seeing his picture here. And in that audio, you can go back to my page and listen to that audio. It was very clear that this guy have done the undone, that the life of more than 30 people, this guy don't take her. He don't end, they go, they do women bad things on record with video. And still, when police catch am, go give am over to the lawyer, to the court, the state government of governor of Ugwuanyi of Enugu state intervene and tell police to hands off, through his department of DPP, Director of State Prosecution. They wrote police people that they should remove their hand. Police want to prosecute this case with their evidence. The DPP, on the direction of the governor, he told them to hands off, that they should hands off the case. It belongs to him. So the governor of Enugu state, Koro, he used this small thing, this small woman be where they look like this. They take people ndo. You know, when I say ndimbu, this, like, how can something like this happen with evidence? With clear evidence. How can a governor release somebody that have done something that is clear, and then he will send in his own people and clear him, and he will be on the street? Somebody that they hold more than 30 people life, he don't come off for a hand. 22nd of December 2022, they release her. For what? And since that time when they release her, two people, women, he don't enter go do again. Wetin happen? How can the country be good? Yeah. And this is happening in Alibu. This small boy and his gang, they are using them. And they will be using them for their political, taking out, and they will be combining it with their IPOB doings, that they will be going and spoiling everything in the state. How can the country be good? How? I don't know what is the magic that wants to happen. How can you have somebody that is doing this kind of bad thing? You will not call the bad thing he's doing bad. You will not reject the bad people, the bad person, and the bad thing that he's doing. You will say, support your own. This one is our own. Don't support your own. Do you think that any society can prosper like that? When you are supporting your own, when you are covering sin, what does it say to the person that will soon sin his own sin? He will do more. Look at the chaos that is going on. People are like throwing a fit. Ordinary currency change. Why does it have to be like this? Everybody that is in place of how to organize this thing, they failed in their duty, because it is not their duty to serve the public. They are only sitting in every office that they are sitting as opportunity to steal. That is why there is no efficiency, because your duty is just, I want it steal, which one I want thief, which one I want cut corner, I want wetin I want gain inside, what is the need for me? Nobody is thinking about efficiency, that the country have a system that is working efficiently. If you have a deadline that the legal tender is changing and this is the deadline, and who is in charge of seeing to it that everything is in place, that there is going to be a smooth transition? Hello? And you have a president and he's sitting there and looking at the chaos. We are talking about your own legal tender. Your own legal tender. You are changing it and putting this kind of a free deadline, and they are not meeting up. The possibilities are not put in place. You're supposed to see it beforehand. It's not supposed to happen. If there's not enough cash, you're supposed to know it before yesterday, before yesterday. If there is a hitch, that's why in anything you are doing, there are people that are appointed. This is their job description. Your own job description is to make sure that so amount of cash gets distributed to so all of that, everything is top notch and ready for to live, to operate. So if they are failing in small things like this, how can they be able to do any other thing? And now they are looking for a way to steal. I will not be surprised that so many people have this money, they are hoarding it so they can put some price on it, so that they can sell it, so that they can make profit. Just opportunity to steal and steal all you can steal. A corruption of stealing, a culture of stealing, a culture of corruption. Just steal, being steal, that is smartness. That is what they know as smartness. How can you be changing your legal tender and the country is breaking down in chaos? Like how? Good evening. I greet everyone. Ijele, I cite you. Good evening. Good evening, Godwin. Levi, I cite you. I don't know. Tell me how the country can be good. This guy, his case is still out there, is very fresh. Enugu people, you have to ask yourself a question. What can be done now that this man, the information is out there, you have this information, the victims are there, their families are there. How are you not going to take this up? You need to, the case needs to leave Enugu state government. Now they have dismissed the case. You have the file. Ijele posted it. I've posted it again on my page. Copy all these things, you take it. Who is, if I know that all of them are corrupt, but this is a serious case. Somebody that have more than 30, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like no be coins. So human beings, this small thing, and these are the ones that are known. These are the ones that they have the evidence. And then the state government is intervening and instructing law enforcement to release the whole case to them in the judiciary, and the judiciary strikes it off. Why? Why can that allow to go? The case needs to leave Enugu state as a matter of fact, like as soon as possible. Take the case. The case needs to be reopened in Abuja. Out of that state, beyond the reach of Governor Ugwanyi and all the criminals running the state in Alibo. Running the state and criminalizing our youth before our eyes. They have turned all the small boys into something else. You know, interesting thing is, I was listening to one guy. He called himself Onowibo. And he was talking, oh, what is happening in our place? And they were really calling in and say, oh, what is happening in our place? What is happening in your place? Did it not happen before your eyes? Were you now there? And do you know they remove Kanu, incubate him, and put him aside like he's not part of what is happening, that he did not play any role in what is happening, that in fact, releasing him is going to be the solution to what is happening. Have you ever seen a people gaslighting themselves like that? They are removed, like, and they are saying, oh, the solution is when you call Kanu, call them when they know what to do. They need to release Kanu. Release him to come and do what more? The destruction that has happened, is it not enough? Before your very eyes, this man was building camps. He said he wants to go and fight. He was building camps, carrying young boys, putting them inside in conjunction with all these politicians. They were looking on. They were looking on. And the vast majority was looking on. And our message was, from the beginning, we said, remove Ndi Igbo from the criminality of this group. They refuse because they want to profit of it. And they made it look like IPOB and Igbo people is the same. Whereas everybody knows that IPOB is just a group of criminals working with the criminal people in government to disenfranchise the East and steal all that is stealable from the people without giving anything in return. And they are saying that. Now, I was listening to that guy's video and I was amazed. Like, how can you remove Kanu from what is happening and you are actually praising yourself, like you are talking about what is happening in exclusion of the person that, like, in the open, organized and collected all the young men that are fit to do anything and gather them in different bushes, call them camps and call them ESN before your eyes. Before ESN, he called them BSS. Before BSS, he called them Lion Squad. Before Lion Squad, he called them volunteer. From volunteer, he now called them ESN. It was happening before you. These boys were running rogue across Aliwo. You did not say anything. And new ones are joining. How can the country be good? I want to show you this video. Just a moment. Let me show you this video of some young men, young boys. And then you will hear their age, how old they are. And they caught them inside where they are doing ESN, like ESN. This is the blessing that Naburuha brought. And they are telling me that they want to address the problem that they are having and they are excluding the architect, like the chief architect. Can you talk about a building without talking about the person that designed it? Can you? This is like, I'm amazed. Like, how can these people be gaslighting themselves and be feeling good about it? And they are saying, oh, you are doing well. You're saying, what is that man saying exactly in that his video that everybody was praising? I was like, is it me? Like, what did this up? How can you be saying you want to address the situation in the Southeast and you are not addressing the core issue? The core issue. Okay, let me play this video. What is your name? Did you hear? He first of all he said, "Ha so na ongon no me." Is it? I so na unknown gunmen. Are you hearing him? And do you know their nickname? They call themselves Umuoma. Good. Look at this boy. How many years do you think he is? Hi. I so no gun no man. Umuoma. And remember when Ejiofor is writing his crooked letter that he say he's getting from their Onyendufu, he's always saying Ezibu Muchineke, and this one is saying Umuoma. That's how they call them. They call themselves Umuoma, but they know that they have turned them to Umuojo. Ordinarily, we are mama. God gave they gave birth to them, but there are some people that we put in power that are saying that they are representing the southeast, and they are sitting back, and the youths are being criminalized. Look at these young boys. Look at these young boys. You carry these small children in the name of you are doing unknown government, you are doing ESN, you pack them and go and put it inside the bush. Put them because they are things. Yeah, they are things. You go and put them inside the bush. And you say Nigeria is not good, Nigeria is not good. How will Nigeria be good? When they come outside and they commit their this, they say, oh, this Nigeria, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria happened to you. But you are the one happening to these young boys. All you needed to do was to provide education for them, means for them to go to school, means for them to learn a skill. You don't need more to do, just that, so that they can learn something. Maybe some of them, they are very brilliant, they will be able to even travel and have a good future. But no, you want to feed them to the further because they are not your own, because you do not care. And you are saying, how can the country be good when you are actively working to undermine the life of the people in your own care? Governors and state holders of Alibo. How? How? Because these ones are not your children. Because they don't come from your family, so they are expendable, right? In a region where you are doing one man, one wife, in a region where you are doing one man, one wife, every day they are recycling your men, your boys, turning them to human pests, pestilence. You don't care. You want to go and take political power. Hey, but what you give is what you will get. What you give is what you get. Let me not talk too much. Let me repeat this video.
No one get that far. Onye ebe ke o. Ke ihe ji nọrọ ebe a?
Anyị sọrọ ọgọrọngọ mmasị. Anyị sọrọ ụmụ ọmasị.
Kedu afa gị nwa?
Emeka Ụba.
Onye ebe?
Onye Ezinifite.
Both of them are from Ezinifite. So even Ezinifite, two boys.
Ke ihe pụtara gị ebe a?
Anyị sọ n'unknown government.
Anyị so n'unknown government. Okay, we don't know Nana.
Afọ ole ka ede?
18 years.
18 years.
Afọ ole, how many years? Yeah, I'm 18.
Ngwa afa gị? Onye ebe?
Onye Osumowo. Osumowo, remember where their federal camp, so-called federal camp is.
Afọ ole ka ede? Ị ka dị 17, na-eje 18.
Almost 18. Never reach. Small pikin. How will the country be good?
Onye Ukpo. Mama Dara. Okay, you're welcome. O siri anya afa ndị anọgasị na ya gụnwa ma ndị Ezinifite ma ndị Akwụnyere ma ndị Ọsụ ndị onye ọbụla ịma afọ ya n'ebe ahụ kpọọ.
Are you seeing them?
Gụnwa ndị ọkpụkpa the same things. Onye akwa na ya also for Chika Dibia. Ka ezi guy name ya?
Boys.
Odogwu na-epe mpe.
You turn your voice to bush bush rabbit. Nobody can help you. And you say Nigeria will be good. How? How will Nigeria be good? Because sometimes when you want to say this one, you understand, eh? You want to talk about this, you see that they are inside each other. You say, how can the country be good? How can the country be good? But you allow Kanu to establish camps. You allow Kanu to establish camps. I don't know. Do they care? The people that took them into the camps, do they care? Huh? The people the people, Chinasa Wanketa, that is, don't know where he is, and all those women. Did you see? I showed you people the video that some women living in America, in Texas, were saying there are some children in primary school. So their desire is for our children in primary school to be doing bomb for them, because they are doing guerrilla warfare while they are in the comfort of their living home. And God, I get to be the bad one, because I'm telling them, there's no road where you are going. You self-destruct. That's basically my message. You will say, and you are saying Nigeria is not good, Nigeria, but you are actively not doing anything to even make your own living space good or better, or living conditions for your own people better. Good evening, Austin. What are you doing for your own self, for your own people, for your own region? Nothing. And when you are talking about government, you are looking at the president. Okay, good, fine and good. Okay, the president has failed. We hear. And you, what about you, governor of Enugu State, that you release a non-Onyembu, that is going around Nana Pomowai, and you know this. Young, they say even one of the girls that fell into the hand of that man, he don't buy himself because the trauma is too much. And there are so many evidence of some of the victims. And this boy, do you know this? The worst is, they say they will carry them and go and enter hostel, boarding schools, where young children, the way that they go boarding school, they go there, they rap them. Because they say they are doing charm. Enugu of Enugu State and all their collaborators, Anambra State, all the governors, they are joking with our people, our future, our land, right? And instead of you to even look at them as the problem, as the one standing in the way and robbing the people, they say, oh, look up, Biafra is coming, it's almost here. Etelewu, eteloda. It is even in your backyard. Etelewu, eteloda. It's about Biafra. my somebody is saying Obosi, say they don't still put fire for that side though. I don't know. I will see. Maybe later if I get the videos. I want to show you another video.
Ndị mmadụ ọgba wicked n'ụwa Jizọs. Ngwale were fuel gbega na cylinder. Ngwale nu na anya nụ. Le na anya nụ. Unu legodo no te ihe acha wụpụta shina. Le na anya nụ. Gas LPG ọ na-adị ụta.
Yeah, fuel.
Ihe correct fuel. Ahapịa na ọ ga dry shina ngwale na anya na.
Fuel.
How in Nigeria people, when you are sitting down,
that wasn't the original LPG cooking gas. Now. So matter na mad people no wicked. I mean, gas dey halon, the baraga me we na ade gemma. Ngwa dey nke we jibo gas, can shift to ko hare gbam na ho. Ona, nke we jibo gas, ehuru vapor ya. Ihe a wejibo gas. Oge jigo ndị mmadụ gbara weekend. Ihe a mere na Aba. Ọmụwa njide ka obi ọha na-ekwu dị okwu na. Ihe a life na Aba, ihe a mere na Aba. Jigo ndị mmadụ gbara weekend. Ndị bọnkiri ndị ma were rubbish na agbara ndị mmadụ na-esi kana na
Nigeria is not so beautiful, but you carry it down.
Unu mmadụ dịka gas unu ga na-azụ ebe ọbụla unu na-aga. Unu dịkwa careful. Dukwa no careful, kunu makwa ihe na-eme, dukwa na ezigbo careful. Okwe chekwara enwe, mụ na chekwa enwe.
When they carry
na nwoke is very bad. Ka ụdị nke even na evidence kunu hụ na live campaign ya. Ọkwa akụkọ ka nna ka ma atụkwa asị ihe awụ ihe mere eme live. Ngwa nọ ka m rụọ ọnụ ya ọrụ mara ihe m ga-eme nwere nwoke mmadụ. Ngwa.
Are you seeing it? How will Nigeria be good? And the same, there are so many production. They are producing fake soft drink, fake beer, fake wine in substandard conditions. Every corner, you will see them have one drum. The tea will be like that, and you don't know the health disaster that those people are suffering Because of all those things, you will be drinking something, it is fake. You are eating medicine, it is fake. How will Nigeria be good? How? The person that is the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, that is, or NAFDA, that is supposed to regulate and make sure that the quality is met, that the things are in good condition, those ones, they will collect money, they will go inside. Because they don't, it's all about a culture of corruption. All you can steal, all you can thief. It's all you can thief. How can the country be good? Do you think that these people that put fuel inside inside a cylinder now, do you think that if Biafra is there, they will not put the full cylinder? If they divide Nigeria into 10 pieces now, that everybody, what will change? Is it not the same people? Is it not the same people? How, we have been hearing a fake gas explosion in this maybe kerosene, like this. Oh, let me check. Ijele said I should check something. Ha. Now, wow. What is going on? So you know that in the last few days, Ijele has been exposing the cultists, that they are using also as IPOP, ESL. It goes hand to hand because they have already been cultists. They already is the style they are doing. Their criminalities already. Even Nnaha Buruha Kanu is a cultist. Is a known cultist. He was rusticated from the United Nations, UNN. University of Nigeria, Nsukka, for doing courtesan. He was rusticated. It's a known fact. I am not making it up. So he can only give what he has. That is what he knows, courtesan. And that is why IPOB is like a court. You will swear before you join. They will tell you it's only one way in. You know all those kind of courtesy something. Before you will do courtesan in Nigerian university, before they will rusticate you, you have to know our level now. Most likely somebody don't buy inside. All of us that went to university in Nigeria, you know that before they can rusticate somebody for courtesan, no be small thing. Because the panel will sit. Divide Nigeria, and you are living in Abuja, you are living in Lagos, you are living in Abeokuta, you are living in Kano. Divide Nigeria is easy. Go back to the Igbo, go and live there first. Let everybody withdraw from Nigeria first. Invest in Nigeria first. Divest everything you have in Nigeria. Leave Nigeria. Let all the political people that are saying they are like all these criminals and all these thief people that exonerate Ndimbu, let them withdraw and go back to Ali Igbo first. You are looking at somebody that is doing mapa in Ali Igbo. These boys that are running around, small boys, turning them to human pests in Ali Igbo, you are allowing them. Where are they spoiling Ali Igbo? You are not spoiling the rest of Nigeria. Huh? Divide Nigeria first. Where are you dividing it to? And you are living in Lagos, you are living in Kaduna. Do you think that if they divide Nigeria, you will still be a Nigerian citizen? You will be living in Lagos? You don't know that you become a foreigner? Do you think that if Nigeria divides now, you will not see that kind of... I showed you people that gate before on my page. The border between Nigeria and Cameroon, that is how they will put that gate in all the borders around Ali Igbo, so that you people will stay in that Ali Igbo and show that, manifest that thing by force. What is wrong with you people? Divided. The person that say he want to divide Nigeria, Shebi is crying, he want to come out. He never mentioned the Biafra again once. Let me share the audio conversation that they are having. They said that their misleader is crying. Oh, he wants to be. Do you people want me to die? But you say you go die now. You say you want to pie inside that place. You want to say if you buy now, the Biafra will come quickly. Why you no kuku offer himself so that the Biafra will come quickly? Why? Because they use him. They are using him to destroy Alibo. And you are spoiling everything in your path, and you are talking about good. How can Nigeria be good? How can Nigeria be good? Let me share that let me share that this thing, because Ijele shared it today. That that voice note.
Okay. It was cut off. I came in and cut us off. Okay. So, like I was saying, I met with Onyendu on the 26th of January 2023.
Okay.
And come back again to see Onyendu get email. Also, I run the email. I am very, very sick here.
Chai.
Hold on.
Hey, hold on.
On the 7th of this January.
Last Thursday.
Okay, go ahead.
Just this Thursday, today is Monday.
Okay, you went alone or with a lawyer, Jimakom? Or find it your phone?
No, I went. Fine boy, Onyendu's brother went.
Okay.
Then the father of Onyendu's wife also went.
Okay.
So 3 of us went to see him. But we saw him separately.
He said that now like this I go take pie for him.
In Emmanuel fine boy and Onyendu wife. But no girl different.
Yeah. No, you have to break it down to them one by one.
Okay. The father of his wife. Okay. Okay.
I like it different. I was the last person here.
Okay.
Yes, and Onyendu has always told me that I'm the last person here because now for me, I confirm everything else for you.
Okay.
So I was the last person that went to see him. And after I met with him, when I come, I said,
Chai. They ask Onyendufu, how are you? Onyendufu, my misleader, how are you? He say, I know where, I know your day, okay. Yeah, oh my shit.
He's sick. Yes, that he's very, very sick.
Okay.
His treatment, his medication, as he's supposed to come.
Chai.
Okay. Okay.
They will give you for like 8 days.
Okay.
They will give you for 8 days.
Okay. Okay.
And then, the common banana to give banana, just eat only banana now. It will take them more than 2 weeks to get approval for you to get banana.
Okay.
Chai. Hey, who dash monkey banana? Hey, it used to be a saying, Onyendufu want to chop banana, but who dash monkey banana? Hey, oh. He say no well, and if most of the time, if he need to take medicine for 2 weeks, they will only give him for 8 days. Aye. He want to chop banana, they no give am chop. Hey, Oma Sheo. She inti saying dey for Continental Hotel ni. I don't know.
Okay.
His treatment, his medication, as he's supposed to come.
Okay. Okay.
They will give you for like 8 days.
Okay.
They will give you for 8 days.
Okay. Okay.
And then, the common banana to give banana, just eat only banana now. It will take them more than 2 weeks to get approval for you to get banana.
Try.
Okay.
I be get banana inside. I fit just go take am dey chop now. Abeg make we leave matter for market women no jare. So the people that want Biafra, what are you doing inside Nigeria? That is the question. You want Nigeria, so you hate Nigeria so bad, but you are spread across Nigeria. That is the irony of the whole thing. I don't know how you are imagining this Biafra that you are talking about. I cannot understand it. See your own dufu now. You want to chop banana. Where will that banana come from? From Biafra or from Abuja? You want to chop banana. I told you, you don't know what you have until you lose it. Shebi, he used to have banana in his hand. He will be taking it and eating it. It was free before. He said, I want to buy for my freedom. Now, he wants to come outside. And he's not talking about the Biafra that he wants to bring again. And this is the main issue right now because he has committed all this crime and you don't want him to answer for it. You don't want him to answer for the incitement and for all the people who he has led with his lies to their early beyond. You don't want him to, you just want him to be released. You know, this culture of impunity, like if you do and undo, they will release you. If you do and undo, they will release you. Like this boy we are talking about now, he do and undo many people life in his hand, they release him because, you know, and then you are talking about a country that will be good. How can Nigeria be good if somebody that have done something like Kanu, inciting people to early beyond, inciting talks that led to so many people, police, army, that go to the great beyond, and you just say release it like that? How can the country be good? So anybody tomorrow can rise up and do and undo, then you release him because it's political. Tomorrow another people will rise up and do and undo, and people will waste, property will waste, and then you will release it. Then how can the country be good? How? The country will be good when people start taking responsibility. If you say something and you did not do that thing that you are saying, then it's manipulation. It's manipulation because you are saying something and you are not doing that thing you are saying. Then it's manipulation. There is nothing, like I showed you people the other time, the person that small farm, they say come and work, you will steal everything there. Small bank, come and run it. I showed you. Even as I told you about the young lady that 4 million from her account was missing, I looked again, there was another man, he said $11 million from his account make a wolf disappear. What? And that bank, that bank, like, you know, somebody's bank, the money go to another bank. You have BVA, you have NIN, you have all this information. The SIMs are registered, and you cannot trace the person. Are you kidding me? Because it's a syndicate. You have a criminal syndicate in the banks. You have a criminal syndicate in the hospital. You have this criminal syndicate in the legislature, in the judiciary. How will the country be good? Who, you know, it is when people do the right thing at the right time, carry out their functions, their duty efficiently, that's when a country becomes good. But when everybody is a criminal in one way or the other, and anybody can undo and undo, anybody can lie about creating a new country, carry people, children, put them in the bush, and nobody see anything wrong with it. You're welcome, my dear sister. You want to chop back?
Blessed, my dear, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for all you've done and all you keep doing. But unfortunately, picking will go die. Even if you carry and go hospital, you go still by. If you like build hospital for your head, it go still by. The generation we are in is a generation that is destined for destruction, unfortunately. In those days, they will say experience. A kind of now experience I don't know, say experience I will live to see a generation that will always want to see it happen to them. My parents used to make proverb that in those, if you ask tortoise is a kind of prided for its wisdom in the history of Igbo folk tale, because of the fact that they say tortoise don't believe in experience. Tortoise has to learn from other people's experience.
Yeah.
But this generation, they want to experience it. And when you want to live when you want to experience it, you probably risk not having a generation that will replace your population, because you experienced it, and probably if it's going to take you away, you were taken out. You didn't have opportunity to regenerate. And remember, human beings are not like trees. Then when you remove them, they regenerate. I want to talk about that Odera of a guy that was released. So what happened is that I saw that news circulating. The Odera was not released by police. In every single, in the legal system, the judiciary is the supreme.
Okay.
So when you ever come across a case that they requested fiat, what fiat simply means is that a judge has given order that certain acts should be performed. So the act is like a summon. It's like a closely related to summon. So in the order of fiat, police is usually ordered to hand over case file and the exhibits associated with a particular case to the lawyers representing the clients. Let them be the advocates and the prosecutors at the same time. So it simply means they have applied to the court. We don't want police to prosecute this case, and judge approve it and say police hands off from this case.
Imagine.
So,
on the order of the governor, then.
Probably because the governor is the man who granted herdsmen at Ibeze North amnesty, and they turned out to be Igbo sons and daughters that are the herdsmen terrorizing Ibeze. So I am not here to speak for the police because they are corrupt too. They have their own weaknesses and their flaws. Then when it comes to Odera, police did not play any role. They saw his arrest as an achievement. That's why they published it on newspaper. And then because Odera belongs to someone somewhere that is very big, so the person went and blocked the police using the superior power, which is the judicial system, and removed the case file in their hand. Anybody that follows the Ijele Speaks should go and read the comments on the Ijele Speaks. And the person is going to see eventually that they said that the commissioner of police is hereby ordered to hand over the case file and the exhibits to DPP. Now, that brings me to DPP.
Hello? Oh, we are not hearing you again. Yeah, there was a break in transmission. I would see. Okay. Hello?
That brings me to DPP. Like I was saying, who is DPP? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah. Who is DPP? DPP simply means Director of Public Prosecution. So, if you have any case that is considered capital crime I'm talking about the East. The categories of cases that are considered capital offense is anything that has to make somebody's life go. Anything that destroy property, like an arson, like when you burn somebody's house, is considered capital offense. If you carry by go collect person property, armed, whatever, it is called capital offense. If you kill person, it is called a capital offense. And you know the kind of the crimes in that category. So those type of case files usually, before they decide on the case, they usually send it to the Director of Public Prosecution. And DPP is a lawyer appointed by the state to act in that category for avoidance of doubt. So when you send that case file to DPP, you are seeking closure, because whatever the DPP has the power to write off that case file and close it. And once DPP make the comment, this case is closed for want of prosecution or for any reason, that is the end of that case. So this is one thing I wanted to kind of make
so I don't know if people can read through this, otherwise can check it. I posted it on my page, and again I posted it also. You can read the documents. Like here I say, I am directed to refer to your letter of 22nd of November 2022, and to forward here with the original copy of fiat duly issued and signed by Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Chief M.E. Eze to enable you to prosecute the case. The following conditions should be strictly observed. You should report to the Director of Public Prosecution, Ministry of Justice, Enugu, with this letter. You should forward quarterly report to the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice on the position of the case. At the conduct of the case, you should make a comprehensive report to the Attorney General and then return the case file to above for onward transmission to the police. Are you seeing how they came into the case? You can continue. I'm just trying to show them. It's on my...
So explain, let them know
That
about
is
the
the
document
fiat that she's talking about here.
Yes, so when you hear fiat, it means that there is an order is an instruction of the court to Attorney General, which is also a court because it's a judge, or at least a justice, ordering the police to hands off prosecution. Now, that brings me close to this thing. Why should case of such sensitive nature be abruptly removed from people that investigated it?
Okay.
Why do they not want the police to testify in that case? Why do they not want the police to get involved in the trial? Because they don't want emotional evidences in court. Where people will say what they witnessed and what they saw with this young man. So they chose to block the police in the process so that they can gamble with the case like they just did. Ijila has done a series of videos that shedded a lot of light in what is going on in the East.
Yeah. So I don't know. Sorry to interrupt you again. So this is the police report. So this guy was a notorious BIG running amok with his gang. Like they are known, and the police were seriously looking for them. They buy even police people. Would they say one? They not even buy and say they carry her and put for a bar like this. They put her for that cover. So they caught him. They were jubilant, like, you know, it was a big achievement, like our sister said, and they took the case to court, you know, hoping to prosecute him and, you know, put him to behind bars where he belonged. What happened? Enter Governor Gwanyi with his DPP and say, give us the case, and now they have released him. Continue.
Yes, so that is at the end of the day where we are. These people, I see some arguments on your wall today. Some people are saying, like where you posted that anytime you keep silent, you are simply putting your signature in the atrocities going on in your presence. So, and people were like saying, you're right. But do keep in mind that President Buhari actually attempted to end this mayhem when he first started.
Like, for me, that is actually offensive. You know, like, you are not the president to attend to people's emotion. Like, hello.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, if it is in the military, I will agree with you. We can always agree to disagree. But do remember that this is a democracy, which means the government belongs to the people, and the people run it by themselves. And when they say government of the people, for the people, and by the people, it means that the East, West, South, and North came together, and they have been running the government since 1999. And the interest of the Igbos has to be protected equally with that of the North. And the East said, we are okay with our children becoming rogues.
They are innocent young one. You know, when they say the innocent.
Yes, they came up with that phrase and that adjective to qualify them. Innocent youths. That was how they coined that thing, became a very big word, innocent youths. If they ever attempt to attack federal government properties and personnel and it is foiled, Ohanes Ndi Beribe will come online and cry that their children have been deleted without any cause. Unfortunately, I have always said that when you ever get a pet and that pet is a cub, make no mistake that you could be the breakfast of a tiger in future. The Ohanes Ndi Beribe didn't even eventually know that it is going to get to where it is right now. They were thinking that their supposed identified enemies were going to be the only target. Unfortunately, There is a popular saying about caterpillar and caterpillar. You know the caterpillar, a kind of is an insect, a caterpillar, the one that always has itchy, that can give you an allergic reaction and itchiness when it stings you.
Good
They
evening.
say that the caterpillar sting the neighbor, and the neighbor took a caterpillar to court and said he poisoned me. And the elder sister came to bear witness that the brother does not poison people. Unfortunately, he won the case because he had the witness, the elder sister. So when he won the case, the judge ruled in favor of caterpillar. The elder sister rushed to hug caterpillar, and the caterpillar stung the elder sister too. So the elder sister came back to court and said he has poisoned me. The same person he was bearing witness of. You see, Bobo Gaba na leave. It is matter of when. You see all these people parading as governors. IPOB is looking for one thing. I have not forgotten my lawyer friend is saying this to me.
It's okay. Don't say anything. Let it not be that they will say
yes.
me.
I say IPOB is looking for one thing. IPOB is looking for one thing, and that thing is to take over power in the southeast. And that they want. If you are not handing over power to them, and you are sitting in defense, shouting your innocent children, I have a word for you. It is matter of
okay.
It is matter of when. So I came in here now to chip in this my 1 cent opinion that when it comes to Odera, it is somebody in the high places that manipulated the due process using the justice system. You know, like using the justice system to subdue justice. That's exactly what they did. They perverted justice using the justice system. So the family of the girl, the people, the victims, if they are listening, they can go to appellate court of higher powers. They can appeal to the Senate. They can also appeal to this thing. If they can work with the police to use the evidences available and appeal to higher places, that case I can be revisited. You understand? And
you know, the thing is, because it's coming from these looters in government that have all the billions, you don't stand a chance because it's a culture of corruption. How much do you want to give police? How much do you want? They will use money to close everywhere. You can't move. And again, they still have those boys on their behest. They can say, go and buy people, and they will still go and buy you.
It's another thing. If they try to pursue justice, they might also become victims of what happened to their loved ones. Yes. But at the end of the day, I want everybody listening to take away something from here today. Do you notice that no matter anytime a notorious person is arrested in any other region in the country, their political leaders does not come openly to solicit for the release. But once a hand touches notorious people from a certain region, the leaders, the church, the religious leaders and political leaders, they will suddenly, like politics and church does not go hand in hand in the past. But once they have criminality to defend, two of them will be united. They will speak in a single voice. Have we seen it happening? For instance, the Edo train derail. Did you see that they were quick to publish their children that were the mastermind behind that train hijack?
And even a local chief was one of them. And
that's why I said their children that was behind it. But if it happened in my region, them will go and make a ninja out of other ethnic groups and other this thing and tell me. I was dumbfounded last Saturday. Somebody was saying how they were going to do the election. It's going to be a success. I said, but my problem is that these people are not letting our children, our people collect their PVC. Somebody shot me down with my truth and said that it is not true. Nobody's attacking our next offices in the case. Do you blame him? He's not married to a Nigerian. His family, his children don't live in Nigeria. His highest investment is in VI, Lagos. So why will he believe that even as at yesterday, IPOB attacked INEC office in Anambra and had it one of the highest damages in the history of the attack?
I was about to post those pictures. I don't even know that I didn't post it yet.
Yeah, and they told me that nobody is attacking INEC offices or attacking people that went to collect PVC.
They even told me that now that peace has returned in the cities, that I'm not happy.
Which peace? Which peace? Which peace are they talking about? Well, like I rightly said, Ubobo gabada nneya for them to be in reality with this thing. I want to say it again, and I want to emphasize it, because Nnamdi Kanu was saying one thing over and over and was able to radicalize a whole generation. I want to say one thing over and over again. You see what IPOB, they only seeking one thing, and one thing is to hijack power in the southeast, so that if your house is what they prefer to live in, you vacate it, they move in. If your wife is preferable to them, you surrender your wife to them. If the car you're riding is the one that a pub member wants, you hand over your car key to them. That's exactly what they want. And they will be in government. They will make a law that will make it legal for people to seek to have what you want without you challenging it, having chance to challenge it. So I want to tell anybody that is shouting that IPOB is this, or IPOB is not a terrorist and IPOB is a terrorist, that they want one thing, and that is power. If you cannot hand them over power, at this point, there's nothing you can do to appease IPOB. I am telling you, apart from handing over power to them, so that they will go and buy their chopping board and their sharp knife, make a law that will make it legal for them to start chopping sin of anybody with contrary opinion. My dear, this is my 1 cent opinion. Make a note, take over your show. You can then go on. Are they back here at the listen?
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So my people, I appreciate you, my dear sister. You spoke through to power. So I just want to say, in continuation to what she's saying, when you decide to live in denial, when you are actually actively doing yourself bad, and you are calling Nigeria, 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 as if Nigeria is an individual, like Nigeria is doing something, not knowing that you are the Nigerian that is causing the problem. Now we're talking about election, and a lot of people will say, like she's saying, now, a lot of people are not able to go and collect. And these bingos have been saying it since, that they don't want election, right? And you are burying your head like the ostrich. What is the magic you are expecting to happen? I don't know. Like, what is the magic? You are burying your head in the ostrich. They are going on rampage, going on all the INEC offices, doing their doings. You are burying your head. I have so many videos where people are not going to collect their PVC. And then I also have a video now, what they are doing. Some people will not take themselves to INEC office, go and collect the PVC of people they know. They will not come to their small locality and be saying, you give me money for transport and I will give you because I brought it from INEC. That's how they are trying. I don't know, I don't want to read too much meaning into that. But like I showed you yesterday, the woman, she had it in her hand and she was like, well, I'm not going to give it to you. Normally, your PVC is supposed to be your private property. It's not supposed to come into the contact of another person. But that is the reality of the situation. So I want to show you this video very quickly before I talk too much, so that you can see the PVC that they say they are collecting, and they are the one doing themselves. They are not allowing people to collect the PVC, undermining themselves. And tomorrow they will say Nigeria is not good. How can Nigeria hold a good election? How can Nigeria hold a good election when you are actively undermining it? You are actively playing the role. He said, my people, see it here. He said, my obedient people, more can see obedient with mouth. All these are people's PVCs. They can't collect it. They say you should come and collect PVC. Who walk by? This is PVCs. It's his INEC office, the ones that have not burned down. Nobody go and collect it. If another person win now, you will say, oh, Nigeria can never conduct good election. Which role did you play? These are PVCs that you are supposed to go and collect. You did not collect it. You cannot collect it. I cannot blame the person that wants to save a life. The people that are releasing and using all these criminals, let them carry their family and their loved one. Let them, after then they chop the thing, make them go vote for themselves. If I was there, if I cannot risk it, I day my day, I know they go collect anything. I know they go collect. It should be, I'm showing it. I'm not the owner of this video. I did not make the video. I've shown you different videos. I have one in Oko. They were saying, Oko, come and collect your PVC. The PVC they there. I did not make the video. So when you are living in gaslight, And you are talking, oh, Nigeria, you are the one using ESL to be buying the Igbo in Alibo, and you are saying, oh, this Nigeria is, and you are the one doing it. How can Nigeria be good when you are the one actively undermining yourself? Nigeria, you are not doing your duty. Let everybody do their own first. Let everybody follow the right protocol. Let everybody even do the one that is within their ordinary transition of currency. They cannot do it. They cannot. Every time opportunity to steal. The law will be written, nobody to carry it out, nobody to effect it. How can the country be good? It's an ongoing question that we continue to ask. How can somebody have accounts and put money inside that account in the bank, and somebody manipulate that account and withdraw $11 million? Like, seriously? $11 million, and you are telling me that you cannot trace who took that money, how that money left that account? And you have a CBN governor, and you have a national minister of finance, and they are sitting back and watching rogue bankers stealing like daylight robbery in the bank. Yeah, if nobody wants to do anything, nobody wants to take responsibility. Nigeria is filled with Nigerians who are committed to do evil to each other on a daily basis. How can the country be good? How? My people, I don't talk my own. I don't know. It's an open question. It's some conversation that can always continue. I will leave it here for tonight. It's already very late, so that we can go and sleep. My sister, yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything to close. Otherwise, I will leave it here. I'm just feeling drained now.
I want to talk about the issue of PVC collection and selling. Is this only PVC? It is not only PVC. When they say Nigeria is not working, I will have always argued one thing, and that thing I will always argue. Yes, the leadership, they failed because they are not taking into account that the people that they trusted with assignments are not living up to expectation. I do want to remind us that government does not control price of commodities in the market. If you doubt what I'm saying, make a mistake and buy something in bulk. Try to retail it for the price they are selling it to you. Discover that they are selling it 3 times the cost. You see how to prosper in business? A good businessman make one naira off of his commodity. Putting the one naira together from many buyers gives him 1,000 to 1,000,000. But Nigeria is the only country where retailers sell something with 60% profit, thereby creating unnecessary hardship. Okay, for instance, now there is scarcity of the new note, which I don't think, if anybody wants to tell me that not making my brother is a CBN governor again is marginalization, that person should suit himself. The person that has always delivered since I became an adult and in consciousness of what is happening around me during the time of Professor Charles Soludo, as CBN governor. Since the time I have known, I have lived my adult life, and I have known CBN governors. It might interest you to know that Sanusi Lamido Sanusi has been the only person that did wonderfully good.
Okay.
And that is, the records are there. I don't want to make reference to it. How can a country in the middle of inflation say they want to change currency? Instead, they did the public announcement, knowing that our people are masters of a kind of making up, a kind of monetizing every little hardship. Every opportunity is monetizable for our people, for Nigerians. Why not initiate the policy of once they bring the old currency, banks, you must stop loading your ATM with new old currency since last year, October. And any old currency that comes into the bank does not leave the bank.
Yeah.
And this is how you withdraw. And since you were born, have you ever heard that America is changing dollar?
No.
Or that in the UK is changing their pounds? But have you ever seen dirty dollar or pounds before? Or ripped one before? Why? Because once it gets to return it, they return it to the bank, and they want to retire that generation of money, they will keep it behind and replace it. Eh? You want a made open announcement. Do you know that what I'm saying here right now is that in a party, people were seen spreading this money in bulk. Meanwhile, people cannot even buy gari to feed
That's
their
what I'm saying.
family.
I would not be surprised if
And
somebody
CBN have investigated the bank, the serial number, and found out. Let me mention the name of that bank. CBN did investigation of the currency that was spread in that bank and discovered that it came from what is it called? Let me mention the name of the bank. I think they said it's Unity Bank or something like that. So how do you explain it that the bank gave one person and that there's a Unity Bank released 1.8 million new currency to a customer who spread it at a party?
And at the most, if it becomes like that, then you ration it. There's always room for rationing.
1.8 million just to go and intimidate the poor, just to show off. 1.8 million to one person, when some families are waiting for 20,000 only. 20,000. So at this point, who do we blame? I blame the senseless policymakers, because I can make, even though I've never been a politician, I can make better policies than them.
And you are making policies that you are not even ready, and you don't have officers in charge.
Do they really have to announce it?
Go ahead.
Do they really have to announce it? All they need to do is to print new currency and begin to withdraw the old one in circulation. Because once you change the look of the money, you didn't change the quality.
Yeah.
Once they return it, you put it back where you recycle it.
Yeah.
And replace it with the same quantity of new ones. Case closed. But no,
and you never deadline without making sure that everything is in place. So, like you are.
If you want to put deadline, what if you have done this thing for the past 6 months, you are busy withdrawing old currency for 6 months? You can then announce your deadline. But then there is enough money in circulation, because for 6 months, banks has been withdrawing old ones and replacing with new ones. But no, what they did was to create opportunity for thieves. In the past, when you withdraw this thing from ATM, is 300 naira. Right now, do you know that 30,000 naira is about 5,000 naira? So you now buy your money. Thank you to
I don't know. We have a president, and he's looking at the country in disarray because of financial, like, hello.
That's exactly what I said. They made policies and they don't prosecute people they charge with implementation, thereby creating opportunity for every thief.
The president, the Ministry of Finance, this is on you.
All of them, the CBN government, all of them need to be questioned.
So they need and again, if something is happening like this, immediately the National Assembly has to call in a quick session and invite all of them. What is going on? Why is the country in disarray? Imagine a whole country like Nigeria, all across, people are not able to access their money.
Well, my dear, we can only chip in our 1 cent opinion. The policymakers are going to make policy, but I want you to understand something. If you are going to vote on the election day, I wish you good luck. Vote your conscience, vote your candidate. I'm not going to tell you who to vote. I don't have the power to vote because I am not staying in Nigeria. But I do have one thing to say, and that thing is this. Do remember that regardless of who you chose to buy somebody because of, their children are not staying in Nigeria. If they mean what they say, let their children come and stay where they are. Trump's children are living here. President Biden's son, when I newly came here, his son passed in a hospital near my neighborhood, MD Anderson. President Bush's children, they live in America. But in Nigeria, once you become a governor, your children are no longer qualified to live in your home state. What does that speak of you? In Houston, in a Texas university, the son of Bianca Ono Ojukwu graduated from university here. How are they going to make policies that will benefit in 2021? How are they going to make policies that will benefit you when their children are not even going to ever pass through that system? Vote your conscience, my people. Choose whoever you want. But do not be buried in high hope that somebody is looking out for you, because those people looking out for you, their children are not even in the system. You are just like a phenomenon in their sight. You are not like real. You happened. You are not a kind of you just you are an event. Let me put it that way. You are event. You are not a topic. You are an event in the scheme of things. Just be cautious. If it is safe for you to go out there and vote, vote. But if your Isi is going to face Mbupu, they are never going to believe that Isi Mbupu happened. After all, they are controlling what the media can and cannot broadcast about the East. I am 100% sure. Isi gị ga-aba n'ime ya, don't go and vote. Isi gị agaghị aba n'ime ya, vote your conscience. I cannot tell you whom to vote. Anybody you feel that he has the magic wand, give him the vote. But remember that Nigeria did not spoil in the hand of one person. Everybody contributed. Politicians make politics that will favor them with the fat salary. The money, every single income generated locally in Nigeria goes to politicians' payment. Then they will take a fraction of what comes from their natural resources and then pay the civil servant. Then they share the loot, the remaining bulk as a loot in the name of Constituency Development Fund is never going to come to you. So be careful what you do with them. None of them is watching out for you. What they are using calculator to check how many millions that their salary is, how many billions their constituency fund is, and how many trillions their allocation or state allocation is. And that's all that matters to them. Any other thing you are talking about, I wish you good luck. Don't hang your hope high. Because as I am now, my children don't know what it means to drink Gary. Like if you talk about Gary, they will want to ask you. My children understand Gary differently because they didn't grow in that concept. That's exactly how it is for the children of politicians. They don't know your pain. They have never lived through your pain. We that are speaking out from diaspora, we grew in that system. We knew what it is to live in affluence and to live in abject poverty. We have experienced both sides of life. These politicians don't care about you. Just vote your conscience. Do whatever you have to do if you think you are safe. But if you are not safe, remember that when they take you out, the politicians will say it didn't happen. Your life first. Thank you so much, Blessed, on this point. Let me leave this.
Thank you so much for that contribution. Yeah, so my people, there's nothing more to add actually. But in closing, I want to remind the people that are disturbing themselves, taking at themselves, and they are talking about Biafra, 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 I want to tell you something. They say divide Nigeria first. You start the division by divesting from Nigeria first. Huh? Yeah. You divest from Nigeria. I don't know whether it's divest or divest. I don't know how to pronounce it because I don't live in an English-speaking country. You divest, like that means instead of to invest, I'm going to Lagos, I'm going to Abuja, going to Benin, Edo, Akwa Ibom, everywhere you're going. No, you divest. You come back to that Biafra, that place you say is Biafra. You relocate so that there will be a smooth transition. That is how you divide Nigeria first. Diverse. Okay. So you divest from Nigeria first. Then the politicians will withdraw from Nigeria politics first. So then you know that go, right? So you can't have it both ways. So you have to divest first. And then, at the end of the day, you're not going to draw the map or the boundaries. So then the boundaries will be decided. And you will have something. I want to show you this. Let me show you this demarcation from Nigeria and Cameroon. This is the new road that has been built from, I think it's around from Enugu to Bamenda. You see the gate. So here is Nigeria, here is Cameroon. Right? So this is how it's going to be by Benin. before you cross into Onitsha, you have a gate like this. This side will be Nigeria, this other side will be like that. This is thank you, my brother. Actions first. And all those rofo that are living all over the world are shouting, my land, my land, my land. You come back to that your land and possess it and zogidi yokunala, you know? Yeah, you start from there first. And then Nigeria will guide their own territory. Put all this gate everywhere. In Asaba, they will put one like this. In Okene, they will put one. In Makodi, Boko, they will put another gate. And make sure you have your Biafra passport. Not that one that you want to go and see how Somalia look. No. So that, by the time you reach Asaba, you want to cross into Nigeria, you have to have your passport. You have to have your resident permit. What are you going to Nigeria to do? You don't have that liberty and that a chance to just walk into Nigeria and move around Nigeria as you will. No, it ends there. Who do you think will suffer it, like our sister was saying? These politicians that are goading you. When you have Nigeria at your feet and they have the state to contribute their little quota, what did they do with it? Nothing. And because you are not able to gain anything, because you're Nigerian, you are able to leave Alibo to go to other places and find your mouth. But now you must stay in that place you call Biafra. And for you to leave that place, you have to have your visa. And in a gate like this, you have border patrols. This one is small. Now they will build house. Now, as it go be now. It's not gonna be easy. They will build house. They will have different departments. You go from here, you stamp your document before you will continue your journey. You think saying a joke? There will be gates like this in Boko. There will be gates like this between Abia State and Akwa Ibom State. There will be gates like this. There will be gates across from Imo State to River State. There will be gates like this. You will not have access to Nigeria again. You become a bona fide foreigner, just like someone from Benin Republic. Do you think you can just go to Benin Republic? Are you not going to stamp your visa? Are you not a foreigner when you go to Benin Republic? From the side of Lagos, is it not the same Benin Republic I was showing yesterday that they tricked some boys in the village, collected $1,000 from them and took them to Port Novo? Port Novo is just very close to Lagos. So it's something they can even use leg. But they trick them. They give them passport and they cross them into Port Novo. So it's not about to be buying Igbo in Alibo and disrupting their life and their business and they're kidnapping them, Alibo, be spoiling a government presence there. Spoil it very well. But I'm just saying it. Don't say that you did not hear. Nobody is begging you. Me, I'm not going to suffer the immediate effect. If worst comes to the worst, I can pull up anyone that is my relative. But this is your future. If this is what you want, go for it. Go for it. Nobody is standing in your way. Divest from Nigeria. Set the motion. Right? Set the motion. And yes, not participating in the election is part of it. Divest. Disengage politically from Nigeria and stand where you want. Right? And then we will see how out of the ruins of that place you will now rise the new Atlantis. We will see. It's all a matter of time. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you.